Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. And the solution that I'm going to introduce to you today is called Workday Adaptive Planning. As we all know that today's business environment is evolving very fast, and you need to adapt to changes quickly. And that's why we have this solution to help you to achieve greater business efficiency, agility, and growth by leveraging on the world first class cloud technologies. My name is Yi Kwan, and I'm representing Shearwater for this session. Before I start, just a quick introduction on ourselves. And we are Shearwater, and we were founded in 2007. And we currently have geographic presence in Singapore, Japan, Greater China, Korea, and Taiwan and other ASEAN countries. We are honored to be the 5-star channel partner for Oracle NetSuite and also golden partner for Workday Adaptive Planning. And we are the only partner that in Asia can implement both solutions. So far, we have 100+ successful go-live experience, and we receive very high customer satisfaction, and we are recommended by both our partners and existing clients. So that's a brief introduction of our company. And next, I want to start today's agenda. First of all, what is Corporate Performance Management, CPM solution? So I'm not sure how many of you have heard this solution before. So Corporate Performance Management is also called Enterprise or Business Performance Management. It describes a practice that helps companies plan and manage the business success of their organizations. So a CPM system is a business tool that monitors and manages an organization's performance according to key performance indicators. These metrics can be either finance or non-finance operational driven. So in terms of finance, KPIs such as your revenue, return on investments, and so on. And your corporate performance management can also focus on other strategic corporate goals, such as increasing operational efficiency or improving corporate strategy. So the system supports financial budgeting. As you can see on the slides, it supports financial budgeting, planning, and forecasting. So they help finance leaders manage strategy and track the company's financial and business health against a preset goals. CPM tools are commonly used by finance department, but are increasingly designed to be used across the entire enterprise. First of all, budgeting, planning, and forecasting being the core application of the system, it supports the development of all aspects of budgets, plans, and forecast. They encompass short-term financially focused budgets, long-term plans, and high-level strategic plans. These applications should deliver workflow capabilities to manage budget, plan creation, summation, and approval, as well as provide the ability to dynamically create forecasts and scenarios. They also should support the development of an enterprise-level planning model that links operational plans with your financial plans. In addition, they must be capable of sharing data with domain-specific users. And secondly, profitability modeling and optimization. So this includes activity-based costing applications that determine and allocate cost at highly granular level, and activity-based management applications that provide capabilities to enable users to model the impact of profitability of different cost and resource allocation strategies. And thirdly, of financial consolidations. So this type of application enables the organization to reconcile, consolidate, summarize, and aggregate financial data based on different accounting standards or from various subsidiaries across the border. So this application is a fundamental part of the CPM system because they can create the audited enterprise level view of financial information that must be shared with other systems or users to analyze variance from the targets. And fourthly, strategic planning, the software that supports the enterprise level planning with more effective integration of strategic, financial, and operational planning and performance management process. Last but not least, we can run statutory and financial reporting. So CPM system require specialized reporting tools that can format outputs as structured financial statements, and they may also need to support specific GAAP presentation rules such as IFRS or US GAAP. And also inside the financial reporting, intuitive dashboard and visualization tools are included to support analysis of variance between different versions, between your budgets and targets. So as you can see, CPM solution is actually a set of performance management and analytic process that enables management of a company to evaluate the performance and to take actions to achieve pre-selected goals. So why are we introducing this CPM solution to you all? Because we identified a significant operational challenge in the traditional or the so-called static planning environment that limits your capacity to support the growing needs of your business. I'm sure most of you might be still running on Excel for your planning purpose. So as we all know, Excel, everyone knows about it and everyone knows how to use it. However, it's a very cumbersome system. So you struggle with changes that is inflexible. Secondly, your business capacity gets stuck in manual tasks, especially when your business scales up and your data is growing larger and larger. Extensive use of the Excel for planning and reporting make your data exposure to higher error, and a lot of your effort is being consumed by manual tasks. So you have to do a lot of copy and paste between different workbooks, sheets, and so on. And as you know, everything will take very long. So it could take months for you to complete your annual budgeting, or even a monthly close. It takes weeks for you to complete such simple tasks. And last but not least is that you don't really have a single source of truth of your data, because you have to make use of multiple versions, and there's a lack of transparency between your data, and data is being shared between different departments, users via email, and so on. So over the time, you may lose the credibility of your data. And also, even if you have some BI tools in place, but you're still running under multiple systems, and you still have to export your data and push it to the BI systems for producing the dashboard and analytical purpose. And that's why we're here, and we want to address these pain points you're facing. So this slide shows a typical problem you may face with Excel planning. When you move the data around, you don't know, for some unknown reason, the formula is broken and your scripting is not working, so you have to spend a lot of time to fix these issues. And as I mentioned earlier, it's great if you already have BI tools in place. However, you are still having this so-called disconnected planning and analytics. So if there's something that can combine this into a single system where you don't have to move the data around, and it will be great. And I'm sure it will save a lot of time and improve your working efficiency. So that's why today we want to introduce to you this concept of active planning. Basically, our business planning cloud enables the entire business planning process. You can get rid of the traditional inflexible, cumbersome, error-prone planning cycle. Your planning efficiency will be significantly improved. So as you can see, within this platform, you can do a lot of things. And first of all, modeling. So it provides you very comprehensive, intuitive, flexible, and scalable modeling and scenario planning. So you can simply model your business and do a what-if scenario analysis. And secondly, monitor. So it can easily help you to have a better insights on your financial indicators, your operational KPIs, various assumptions and drivers, metrics by utilizing the built-in reporting and dashboard functions. And thirdly, analyze. So you can make use of platform to do variance checks, version comparison. You can drill down anywhere and deep dive your data. You analyze the past performance and make better decisions for future. Last but not least, of course, reporting. Our system can support ad hoc and management reporting. So you can quickly finish your monthly close and your board presentation. So later in this webinar, I'm going to demonstrate to you two important features that I have mentioned. So I will show you that how you can build a customized reports and dashboards within seconds, which unlike what you have to spend hours in your Excel. So this is what we are trying to share with you, the concept of collaborative planning, where everyone, from finance all the way to the business users can get involved in this planning cycle. Because we identify that companies used to plan in silo, so there's a lack of interaction between employees, between different departments and function groups within your organization. So with the help of this Workday adaptive planning platform, we make sure everyone is on the same page. So it doesn't matter what kind of planning you're doing. You as a finance can be the core of the system, and you can drive the entire planning process. Because at the end of the day, all the plan from other departments has to be submitted back to finance for generating the annual budgeting or monthly forecasting. So you don't have to ask for the information from various users, because all the data is being shared on this single platform, and you can easily have a view of the entire organization. So major applications of this platform, including financial planning, sales planning, operational planning, workforce planning, and more. So in a nutshell, the concept of active planning is collaborative, and it's easy to use, so everyone can participate, and it's easy to adopt. And secondly, it has to be comprehensive. So because we can provide you powerful modeling tools for all aspects, all business lines of the company, and it can integrate and analyze data from various systems. And thirdly, it is continuous. So it is fast, so you can change directions quickly when necessary, and it is fast to implement. And when you do all this all effectively, you can reach the ultimate state of active planning. And an active planning process enables a company to make informed decisions faster and to be more agile, to achieve more agile business. So you may be wondering that I already have something in my company. A very common example is that I may already have an ERP within my organization. Yes, ERP is a fantastic operational related business systems. So here I want to clarify two different concepts. So ERP, it's called enterprise resource planning. So it's very operational focused, and it is a primary source of accounting transactions. Things such as your AR, AP, your sales order, purchase order, etc. can all be captured very well within the ERP system. And so we call it a system of record for historical data. So it is a place to for you to understand your current business, and it is all about what already happened. However, for company better to grow and to achieve pre-set goals, you also need to have a better vision for what can happen in future. And that's why we introduced this solution, CPM. And so CPM solution is more business planning focused. So it is more forward looking. It is a tool that helps you to come up with your budgets, your forecast, your modeling, scenario analysis, reporting, dashboard, and analytics. So don't get confused by the two systems. And if someone telling you that a single system alone can do this, all this together, then I guess they must be overselling to you. And actually, our adaptive planning platform can integrate very well with your existing ERP solution. As you can see from this chart, that actual data accounts can be pushed to the planning platform, and once you are done with your budgeting and forecasting, and you can publish the results back to your ERP system for simple review. So as I mentioned earlier, if you already have something in your organization, it's fine, because Workday Adaptive Planning can integrate seamlessly with the core business systems, not only ERP, which I mentioned earlier, but also include CRM, HCM, or simple accounting solutions. So this picture gives you a glimpse of the infrastructure. Again, as you can see, for your actuals, you may have various systems that is matching this information. So CRM system managing all your sales related data, ERP manage all your finance, accounting, and operation related data, and maybe HCM system managing all your HR related data. And all this data can be pushed to our planning platform, which sit at the front end, where you can make use of the actual data together with your budget data to do planning, to generate report and dashboard for analytical purpose. So basically, technologies, it can coexist in your organization. There's no conflict between the system. And once again, I have to highlight that if someone telling you that a single system in the market can do all these things together, then they must be cheating. And stay cautious when someone having such a statement. So that's all regarding the concept of corporate performance system, corporate performance management system, CPM system, and also the concept of active planning. And if you have any further questions, feel free to contact us, and we are very glad to help you. Thank you very much. Any questions on this part? All right, so the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how the active planning platform, which is Workday Adaptive Planning, look like. So you have a better view on how easy it is to use the system. So there are two topics will be covered today for this part for the next 20 minutes. And so first of all, I want to share with you the basic modeling concept for cloud-based FP&A or business planning. And secondly, I want to create a report and dashboard, which is a very common practice when you do your planning. So I want to show you how easy it is to create report and dashboard within seconds. So allow me to share my screen again. So I hope you can see my screen. And as I mentioned earlier, this planning platform is running on the cloud. So what you all need is a stable internet connection, and you'll be given a username and password to use this platform. So in this case, I'll log in. And after you log in, this is how it looks like. So at first, I will explain to you the basic modeling concept for using cloud-based FP&A or business planning tool. So on the top right, on the top left corner, you see Workday icon, and if you click on it, there'll be a drop-down list. So I'll bring you to this session called modeling, model management. So this is the page where you build up the models for your business. So it can be a financial planning model, it can be a sales planning model, it can be a operational planning model or workforce planning model. So everything is being built here. So it depends on what business sectors that you are currently looking at, and everything can be done from this page. So there are 4 important concepts that I want to share with you for building up a model that suits your business. So first of all is version. I guess all of you are very experienced in using versions, because when you do budgeting or planning, I'm sure you have to create various versions. It can range from 10 plus to 100 plus versions. So the concept version, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, so we have several folders. And for planning purpose, of course, we need to have the actual data and planning data. So actual data is denoted in green color, and there's only one folder for it, because you can only have one actual data. So basically, you can do some adjustments for your actual data, and the source of data of the actual data, of course, is from your various systems. So your accountings, your HRs, or your operations. So from here, you can see there's a few subfolders where we can do pre-eliminations, we can do adjustments, we can do allocations on your actual data, and also we can produce actual data according to different accounting principles. So under the actual data, you see several folders, which is denoted in black color, and these are planning versions. So there's no limitations on the number of planning versions you can create, which is commonly understandable, because when you do planning, you may produce several versions for comparison purpose, and you may want to do a trial and error. You want to understand which version best suits my target. So it's so common you have hundreds plus versions, and according to your company's planning strategy, I can group these versions. So if I'm using a top-down planning strategy, I can just create a folder called top-down, and I can have all the related versions under this folder. And similarly, if I want to do some what-if scenario analysis, I can simply create a folder called what-if scenarios and place all the what-if scenario versions under this folder. So I'm going to use one version as an example. So on the right-hand side, so let's take this working budget as an example. So on the right-hand side, you will see the technical details of the version. Of course, there's names, there's access control for the versions, and there's a time span for the version and so on. So I will not go through the details, but there's but this is a place where you configure your versions. And to create a version is very simple. And just click on this icon, create a plan version. And you can just give it a name. I call it budget V3. And then I configure my access control and time span and so on, and just save it. And you can see this version is created within seconds, and later you can work on it. So this is the concept of version. Here you go, it's here. So let me bring you back to this modeling homepage. So the next important concept is time. Because for planning, of course, we need to have a time span. So the default minimum time strata is months. Normally, companies do planning by months, but the system is so powerful. It gives you the flexibility to plan even by day. So the minimum planning strata we allowed in the system is by day, which is also quite common in some of the industry. For example, retail, they care about the daily traffic to the stores, so they want to plan by day. So it's all possible. However, the default is by months. So this is the page where you set your time strata, and which will be used throughout the system. And the third building blocks of the modeling is levels. So you can think level as your organization structure. So on the top level, you can have your company HQ, and under it, sub-levels, it can be different subsidiaries. So we can build a structure according to your requirements. So we can build the organization structure according to subsidiaries, profit center or cost centers, departments, locations, and so on. So this is a place where you build up the organization structure, and on the right-hand side, it is a place where you configure your level details. Again, the idea of access control is throughout the system. As you can see, each level will be assigned to a certain users or group of users. So users can only allow to the information that is assigned to him. So you don't have to worry about any confidential information is viewed by someone who is not supposed to see it. So all such access related functions are being taken care of within the system. And last but not least is the concept of accounts. So under accounts, of course, we have general ledger accounts. So this is your standard chart of accounts, and which normally will be mapped to what you are currently using in your accounting system. However, by just having GL accounts is not enough for planning purpose, because for planning, we probably want to know more granularity of the data. So, and all this information normally is not included in your general ledger account. That's why we have other types of accounts. So a commonly used one is customer account, where you can basically define any business-related accounts that is of your interest. So let's say you want to know more on the from the sales planning. So you can have a course called CRM, sales planning. And let's say if you have some drivers to achieving your target, and you can define all these accounts under customer accounts. So all these are normally not available in the in your general ledger accounts. However, you have the flexibility to create all of them here, and later they can be used for planning and analytical purpose. And other than the GL and the customer accounts, we do have metric accounts, which is the place to capture your important financial ratios and assumptions, whereas normally we include all the drivers, that variables that might change, and you want to do driver-based budgeting and so on. So these version, time, level, and accounts are the 4 building blocks of this cloud planning platform. So you must have this. You must have all these 4 building blocks for the model to work. But on top of these 4 building blocks, there are other functions, and which is quite relevant when you do planning. So a very common concept is dimension, because nowadays multi-dimensional planning is so popular used by companies, and that's why we have dimensions being part of your modeling as well. So you can think dimension as a parameter to further capture the detail of your data, both financial and non-financial data. So so as you can see, these are some of the common examples that you can use as dimensions: customers, locations, products, projects, scenarios, and so on. So later, when you do planning, you can plan by dimensions, and you want to know better. A very typical example when you do a revenue planning, and you want to understand more the revenue stream from different products, and in this case, product is one of your dimension, and then you can use that as a driver and do planning just according to different product, by leveraging, by making use of this concept of dimensions. And by just having dimension might not be enough for planning purpose, and that's why we introduce something called attributes. So you can treat it as a tag. So it can be used to tag to not only dimensions, but only your levels and your accounts, to build alternative hierarchies. So you can further extend the granularity of your data. So again, using the product as an example, a same product may have different size, different color. So, but they all belong to the same product. So it doesn't make sense for me to declare such information, size and color as dimension anymore. So in this case, I can simply define them as attributes and tag them to my product dimension. So later you can know, you can have more insightful view and granularity of your data. And of course, in this basic modeling, we can do, if you have cross-border business, we can do currency, automatic currency. We can do currency management and automatic exchange rate. So later in your data entry sheets, or when you do reporting dashboard, you can simply, from the drop-down list, you can simply switch to your local currencies, and all the data and results are being updated in real time. And of course, if you have multi subsidiaries, we support consolidation. So you can set up an elimination rules here. And of course, we can do budget allocation by using the allocation rules here as well. So basically, this gives you the overview of business planning platform modeling. Once you have these concepts in mind, you can start to build up your model for various business sectors. And then once you have the model, you build up your worksheets, and you can start to import actual data and type in your budget data, and then you can generate your planning sheets, and from there you can create customized reports and dashboards. So this is the next topic that I want to share with you in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So because we understand that from our customers, creating customized reports and dashboard could be a headache, especially when you have various versions, various levels, multiple users. It's very hard to manage reporting and dashboards. And you might have some Excel templates in-house. However, if you have any ad hoc request, or if you want to play with the number, and it will take some time for you to modify your templates, so which is a very time-consuming process. And that's why I want to show you how our adaptive planning platform can help you with such applications. So first of all, let me show you a report. So again, under the navigation menu, just click on reports and you open a new tab. So I'll just open a simple example here. So current month's expense variance. Let me just open this one. So as you can see, it's very intuitive. First column, you have your accounts of your interest, and in the intersection is your data. So we can have various time span, various versions. We can do comparison, and we can get the variance being captured, and we can set alert if it exceeds a certain threshold and so on. So all these are can be customized. This is just an example. So from the reports, you can drill down your data. So because reports, the data is coming from somewhere else, right? And you want to know more for the story behind the number. So here, just let me use one example. So I want to know for this account 6100 payroll, this sub account 6110 salary and wages. So I want to know this working budget, this 2.4 million. Where does this number coming from? So I just need to simply click on this number. So you'll see there's this pop-up window that tells you that this number is contributed by these three companies. And of course, I can further drill down. And so for company A, part of it is from operations and part of it is from corporate. So I can further drill down. So it can bring me to the origin of the data. So you can trace back very easily, which you can never achieve such function within Excel. And also you can see that it tells you on which specific sheets this data are available. In this case, it's available on both my expense sheets and P&L sheets. So by clicking on either of these sheets, it will brings me to that particular sheets as well. So you really can understand the relationship from the report, because report normally we use it for review and analytical purpose. So you understand the relationship from the reviewer's perspective all the way to the very basic levels budget entry sheets. So another important feature that I want to show you for report is we can also drill the data according to dimensions. So again, I'm taking this salary and wages, this account 6110 as an example. So what you all need to do is just click on this account's name, and you see a drop-down list. So I can drill according to various either dimensions or attributes, the two important concepts that I have shared with you earlier. So in this case, let's say I want to explore this accounts by, I don't know, maybe location. Let's see whether it will work or not. Yes, it works. So you can see the view has changed. And now I'm interested in this particular account. And because I drill down this account by location, which is one of my dimensions, and you can see the data is interpreted according to this location information. So by having such function, so you can easily understand the story behind your data for a single account by drilling into various locations. So next, I want to explain to you how to, so you may be interested in how to create such a report. So it's very simple, and it's just a simple drag and drop operations. and let me explain that to you. So I'm going to create a new report in this case, just to demonstrate to you how easy it is to create a report. So I will create a metrics report. So again, on the left-hand side, you see this reporting panes, where all these are available information that we can make use of to create the reports. So very simple. So in this case, I'm going to create reports to compare between two versions for this particular account 4,000 revenue. So I just need to select this account and drag it as my column, as my row. So you can see this accounts is being included. So I want to see collapsed version of the account. So under the settings, I change it to always collapsed. So later I'll see the sub accounts under this 4,000. And so in this case, I want to between the result of these accounts between two versions. So I'll just select two versions as example. So let's say I want to compare the results from this new plan what if version 1 and this version 2. Similarly, just drag and drop. So they are here. And next, I want to include the time span. So similarly, select time. So let's use the year, fiscal year 2022 as an example. Again, I just need to drag it and put it on top of these two versions. So and of course, you can configure the display at the time. So let me go to manage hierarchies. So in this case, I want to display it by months. So I just expand up to months and apply these settings. So now I already have my accounts, my two versions, my time, and maybe I want to include levels here as well. So I want to compare these two versions for 2022 for different levels. So at a group level, headquarters level, or at each specific department level. So what I need to do is just to include this level information as my filter, and I'll use it as parameter. So I have levels here, and again on the properties. So remember to select which of the levels you want to be included in this report. In this case, everything is being selected, so I'll not change it. And maybe there's a multi and currency business, there's a cross-border business. So maybe let's include the currencies here as well. Very simple. So I just use USD as an example. So I'll include the currency as my filter, and I put it as drop down. So again, remember to check the configuration. So I want to include all these, let's say, assuming I'm having business in all these countries and all these currencies are being used. So I just select all and apply. Okay, so versions, yeah, maybe I want to know the difference between these two versions. So I'll just include one more additional column. I call it variance. So we have built-in such parameter for you to make use of. So difference, I'll just again, very simple, drag this information here, and let me change, this name is too long, so let me make it short. I'll just call it the variance, which stands for variance, and apply. And that's it. So I just need to simply run this report. And it's being produced. Okay, I think I selected this. So I want to show the collapsed view of these accounts. So I have to make it always expanded. So, and then you run the report again. Yeah, so you can see the expanded view for this 4,000 revenue account, and you can see you have two versions side by side, and using the fiscal year 2020 from January all the way until the December, and their variance is being displayed here. Of course, in this case, because the version 2 is simply a copy of version 1, that's why you're seeing 0 being displayed here. If there's any differences between the versions, of course you'll see some numbers here. But again, this is just for demonstration purpose. So as you can see, a report is being generated by simply drag and drop operations, and it's being produced within seconds. And as I mentioned earlier, I have used the level and the currency as my drop-down selector. So I can simply switch between different levels. So let's say I just want to know this accounts 4,000, this for company A, and just need to select this company sub-level and run the report again. And all data is being refreshed in real time. And similarly for currency, once I switch between the currency and the data, you just need to run the report again, and data is being refreshed in real time. So this is how easy to create a report. I hope that's clear to all of you. So next, I'll spend the last 5 minutes to go through dashboards, which is another important function of this cloud planning platform. Basically, I want to highlight that other similar solution providers, they don't really have integrated dashboard for you to do data visualization, analytics, and board presentation. Because again, they may have a good planning platform, but again, they will ask you to purchase a separate third-party dashboards where you need some additional effort to integrate the planning with the dashboard visualization. So we are the only solution that available in the market that integrate the planning and dashboard analytics into a single system. So all the data are connected, and later you'll see this data is also coming from your either your actual or your planning sheets. So I'm going to use company summary as an example. So let's just take a quick look at the summary. So as you can see, various can be KPIs, can be some graphs, charts, or even tables. All these can be included as part of the dashboard. And we do have a library of this dashboard template we can make use of. It's also very simple drag and drop operations. Later I'll show you that. So as you can see, the data being displayed on the dashboard can come from various sources. In this case, I have net profit, product revenue, and EBITDA, which is finance data. So I guess this is coming from my accounting systems. And production is more operation related, so maybe from my ERP. And the average revenue size is sales related, so it can come from my Salesforce systems. And there's also, I guess, HR related, which is not being included on this dashboard, but that's also possible. So again, we don't have any restrictions on the number of systems that we can connect it with, and it is so common for organization, to do data visualization from various sources, and all these are possible. So important feature of dashboards, similarly as reports, we can drill the data. So in this case, I'll just use net product revenue as an example. So we can explore the data by different dimensions or attributes. So in this case, let's try to drill this net product revenue by customers. So by click on this number, 8.5 million, and by click on this dimension customer, and you can see the data is being interpreted in a broken down manner by different customers. So this is how easy it is for you to explore data. So next, I'm going to show you how to create such a dashboard within seconds. Because making dashboards either within Excel, it's quite tedious, or if you already have a BI tool such as Power BI or Tableau, you still have to, as I mentioned earlier, you still have to extract the data from your source system, and then you have to build up the integration and push your data to that system. However, here, everything is connected. So I just need to enable the edit function. And as you can see on the left pane, there are a variety of templates for you to make use of. So in this case, let me just simply replicate a pie chart. So again, just drag and drop. So the template is here. And I want to know, I'm interested in this particular accounts, 4100, 4200, and 4000. As you can see, actually, they're all revenues, but they are from product, service, and maintenance. So under the accounts, I just select under revenue, I just include these three sub accounts as part of my dashboard very easily. Just drag and drop, and with a few click buttons. Here you go. You can see that a pie chart showing you the contributions from these three sub accounts to the account 4000 is being interpreted as a pie chart. So once I'm done with the dashboards, I just need to save it, and it's being included here. And if you want to have a better view of it, of course, you can enlarge this dashboard, and you can see there's animations and everything is active. And actually, unlike last time when you produce reports, when you produce these kind of graphs, you have to download it and then save it into your reports or PPT for board presentation purpose. Here, you don't have to do that anymore. Our platform gives you this presentation mode. So on the top right corner, there's a camera button, and you can simply click on it. And that brings you to the presentation mode. Sorry. Yep. So you can just use this for slide show. And the good thing of it is there's animation. Everything is real time. Unlike if you copy it as a picture, you will never have such animations when you do presentations. Yep. That's for the dashboards. I guess that's all for the topics that I want to cover for today's webinar. So just to recap, so today we have first of all explain to you what is a corporate performance management CPM system, and then we have introduced to you the concept of active collaborative planning and how you can achieve active planning by using a cloud-based FP&A business planning tools, and we have shared the basic modeling structure of this platform. And last but not least, we have shared we have showed you how to quickly build a report and dashboards on this platform within seconds. So with that, I end my webinar for today. And if there's any questions, feel free to ask us or contact me. Thank you very much.